Well, ladies and gentlemen, today we are just going to debate on separate education and the co-education. Let's know because there are two teams. I would like to know who will win the game. So, first of all, I would like to tell to the talented girl in my class, Ruchi. She will commence our class first and she will tell about how co-education is better than separate education. So let's start from Ruchi.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity to present myself in front of you all. So here, this is Ruchi Mishra. I am from Bokaro Jharkhand, and now I am pursuing my studies from Kendriya Vidyalaya number 1, Bokaro. So today, I would like to share some of my views and opinions on co-education. So first of all, I would like to tell you what co-education is. So co-education is a system where both boys and girls get educated in the same institution and in the same school, and it helps to build confidence among them. As you know that there are many students who are introvert and they hesitate in sharing their feelings with others. So co-education is the only system which removes such type of barriers from the society. So co-education is the system which promotes gender equality, feminism, helps to build teamwork and confidence. Thank you.
So hello and good evening to one and all present over here. I am Saurabh Kumar and today I am going to express my points on the topic separate education. According to my point of view, the separate education is much better than the co-education because in the separate education, children feel more comfortable in front of their same gender persons. In the separate education, children can easily express their any views to anyone very confidently and freely. In the separate education, if the teacher wants to express something to the children about opposite gender peoples and they want to tell that how to talk with them, how to respect them, in that case they can easily tell to their children and the children will also understand. In the co-educations, the children are only going to the schools for the relationship, for making relationship. In that case, they are not doing the studies, they are not well prepared for the education. In the separate education, in the co-education, the children started fighting between the boys and the girls. So in separate education, it eliminates all the fighting between the boys and girls. So these are my points. You have been great panelist of the day.
Hello friends, myself Deepu and I want to talk about on co-education. I want to go deeply how co-education come in India. We know in ancient time in India only gurukuls available and in gurukuls only male can take admission and male only taking the education. That's why half population females they unliterate and uneducated. So that's why many big powers we ruled India like British and Mughals. They rule how? Because India half population females are ungraduated. That's why they are facing problems and India become ruled by this type of country. So I think it is very big problem in India. We need co-education in every area because in many areas only male schools available. So I think co-education is very important in India and co-education like lots of benefit available when you taking co-education in school. So that time you can understand the females, you can understand the males, and after when you making the relationship, so after that your relationship very good. And many people in this time see daily life, many people doing marriage, but after marriage there are lots of fighting happening, lots of divorce happening, and lots of anxiety and depression happening. Why? Because they never understand the females and males. So this is the main point, and this is a side effect also separate education, because in separate education only female schools available, so they don't understand the boys, so they have lots of problem facing after the in family. So I think co-education is very important in India.
Hello, good evening to everyone. Myself Aditi Arya and I am favoring separate education. I am giving the points like many of our parents have studied from separate education and they are doing well in their life and their job as well. Because why? Because they have the knowledge. They know that at this level, at the school life and college life, students are not mature enough and they don't understand the reality, and at this stage if they are doing any mistakes, if they are having distractions, if they are having wrong habits and they are having lots of bad memories, so their whole future will determine these things. I have seen in co-education, co-ed schools that many of the boys are harassing girls, they are commenting bad things on girls, they are blackmailing girls, and many boys and girls only to show how much they love each other, they They are doing lots of risky things and including cutting off nerves. In some big schools, it is reported that many students have some student has sent some videos like MMS and wrong videos to their whole school group. Nowadays lots of cases are you can find that school student and college students are happening. Why? Because they don't understand the reality, and because of their high emotions level, they are doing mistakes, and these mistakes can totally ruin their whole future. And giving some statistics, over 40% of the people are depressed in college life and in school life, and among 15% students who has the tendency to do suicide only due to love affairs. So I strongly believe that separate education can eliminate all these problems. Thank you for having my voice.
And today I'm going to tell about the advantages of co-education. This system also raises the standard of education because it will promote the competition among the boys and girls. Ultimately, it improves the confidence in students. Co-education promotes socialization by promoting coexistence. This system also boosts gender equality in our country. Both girls and boys can get same class with best teacher. By that, they can change our India's economy because of their same mindset. So co-education is much better than the separate education. Thank you.
Good evening to all the panelists sitting here. My name is Muhammad Rozil, and today's topic is separate education. Yes, in separate education there is a barrier available and that is very good for our nature also. And you can see which country who is using the co-education. They are more hesitation in each and everything. But who is using the separate education, they are much stronger also. And the other thing also that. If any country will use the separate education, then their own country member they will never die also. But nowadays you can see in which country is using the co-education, they are dying, and their dying ratio is more in the student also. And we are human being, we are not an animal. So animal live together and they do everything whatever they want in together. But we are human being, so we will have to do everything after getting married, and we will have to fulfill our need after getting married. But animal don't do that type of things. And there is lots of benefit that if we will use, then our family will not destroy. And you can see who is using the co-education, their family is destroyed in each and everything, and they are not respecting their elders, they are not respecting their smaller. So that's why we will have to use the separate education, and that is good, and that is good for our nature also. And in the all over the country, if we will use the separate education, then our family will not destroy as like west side. Thank you for listening me carefully.
Good evening to everyone. I am Khushi, and today I am here to give my views on why co-education is important. In my opinion, co-education is very much important in today's generation because I think that co-education helps students prepare for the real world, whether at school, home, or in work. Co-education also helps you with better communication skill with opposite gender because in co-education students read together and they mingle with opposite gender and they know how to respect other gender. So it is very good. And second thing is that when students study together, they do some co-curriculum activities together, so their shyness and hesitation won't come in future in front of anyone. And we know that after school life, we require to collaborate with different backgrounds of people and opposite gender also. So co-education will help us to collaborate with different backgrounds, people and opposite gender. Thank you.
Good evening to all of you. May I have your attention, please? This is Bina. I am in the favor of separate education. Separate education system of education where both genders, males and female, educated separately or not together. Many research has shown that separate education has a lot of advantages for students. Biological differences in brain mean the girls and boys learn differently. I think co-education makes students fashionable, and they both genders want to attract each other. I think sometimes it promotes love affair and friendship and friendship both boy and girl between girl and boy. Because of this, they both can't concentrate in study properly. And also in co-education there are unwanted argument and issues can create an unhealthy environment. Contradiction of thought between girl and boy is very common. So according to me, a separate education is much better than co-education. And that's why in India some parents don't want send their children in co-education school, especially certain ages. Student of the opposite gender can be distraction. So thank you.
Good evening to all. Myself, Khushbu. Today I want to say about co-education. Co-education is good in school because school life is a prepare for out world. And I also support co-education because if we do not get student to interact opposite gender, then how we adapt to the child from together work from the profession world. And if a student study with co-education, then it is easy to convert and explain to arts feeling to opposite gender. Thank you.
Hello everyone, good evening to all of you. Meet me, I am Rahul. I am a student of Price Common Spoken English Center, taught by Mr. Bikram sir. Thanks for giving a chance to me. And today I am in favor of separate education. So what is separate education? Do you know friends? Separate education means like that any centers only one gender are able, all boys like that these types of, and means we are set to separate education. These educations they have a more benefit, and I may explain one by one like that separate educations like that any center able to only for one genders that times they are more benefit like that if without you scared without any thinking your mind and without anything you asking any more question in the by sir. But in the this types of like that co-educations or like that all body are able to study and read and that times you can't asking more question because your friends you thinking my friend is what will you think me, and these types of that times you are scared and they can't you asking more question. Thank you.